I would like to know what they are doing to be proactive to help to make people healthy and to prevent disease. So I'm going to address his question first of all to Mr. Lobb.
Very good. Ben?
Thank you. Well, first of all, the single most important thing a federal government is continue to provide stable and bankable transfers to the provinces, but there's a large amount of work that we can do beyond that. Immunization and vaccination, of course, is a huge one, to work in partnership with the provinces and the county to deliver immunization. H1N1 is a good example from 2009. Food labeling is a piece that we just brought out before the election to make the labels more clear on our food products. That's obviously important with the food allergies, with whether it's milk or gluten or what have you. And there's obviously a huge cost to the emergency rooms for people who do eat those foods with not knowing what's on them. We've provided funding to the Rick Hansen Foundation, for example, for spinal cord research, and a great number of other pieces in the budget. We had funding in there for palliative care center of excellence. We've also provided funding for the Alzheimer's.
Mr. Lobb.
There's a great number, and a minute just doesn't do it justice, but it is a priority for this government.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Dennis, we'll go with you.
Well, I think I mentioned before about the Prime Minister's wage and the wage of a CEO of a hospital. I think there could be a lot of money redirected from a CEO's wage, and instead of maybe educate children on the proper way to stay healthy, such i.e. with a diet. I visited was told to go to a dietitian by my doctor about a year ago, and the dietitian told me if I eat a certain way and do a little exercise, what have you, I'll lose weight. Well, I lost 40 pounds simply by following what the dietitian told me. But we get busy in life and blah blah blah, and sometimes we forget how to take care of ourselves. So maybe we should be teaching our children, instead of paying a CEO $1.5 million, maybe we should take that money and pay a dietitian to teach children how to eat properly. And why, not just how to eat properly, but why to eat properly, and what could
Mr. Valenta, time is up.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Charlie Magnato from the Liberals.
Well, one of the things that the Liberals are putting forward is a national food policy that's really going to help as far as teaching people to eat better and to be more healthy. That's the first start. We're putting $100 million into a national brain strategy because we realize that in the next few decades, Alzheimer's and dementia is going to be something that's really taking over our health care and costing us a lot of money. We're trying to research and trying to find a way to stop that. So we are definitely, our national food policy is also something that we're talking about labeling and stuff. We're going to level the playing field here so that Brazil and all over the world, they can't just send meat here now. They'll have to adhere to our standards so that the pesticides and the labor laws will have to be followed, and that'll make it more likely that you'll buy Canadian, and the food should be safer. So there's a lot of ways we're looking at healthcare.
Thank you, Charlie Magnato. Grant Robertson from the NDP.
Yeah, I really like that Liberal food policy because it's almost exactly as same as the NDP one. In fact, it's word for word. And since I helped write the NDP one, I've noticed my own language and own words in that document. I think maybe we need it from the real people who understand it and did the work to do that. I've always maintained that food is universal health care. It is the universal health care. We do not have the kind of access we need to good quality healthy food. Our family over the March break put the food in the budget challenge, where we lived on a food hamper from the food bank. It's no wonder that we see that income is a determinant of health, that the food that is available for someone at that income level really does not help their health. The other thing we have to do in healthcare is make sure that we actually enforce the Canada Health Act, and that so that we stop the creeping privatization that is moving money out of our system to private property and away from care.
Thank you. Our final comment this time around comes from Eric Shelley of the Green Party.
As a recent graduate of the pre-health sciences, I'm a very firm convert to the idea of preemptive health strategy as opposed to a reactive one. So it's much more about just health care or health education, but it's about recognizing the factors that are the determinants of health and working with the many stakeholders involved to not only recognize the harmful ones and identify and eliminate those if possible, but to identify the positive ones and promote those in every single way possible. One of the ways we want to do that is we understand that the use of chemicals can result in things such as immunodepression, and that's simply not acceptable. We need to be holding food, not only local but the imports, to the very same standards and prevent these dangerous chemicals from being used on our food. And that's just one example. Thank you.